Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today guys, we are reading Toby's story chapter 8, and guys, I hope you enjoyed chapter 7 yesterday, and guys, I hope you're having a good day and a good summer, and guys, let's get started in chapter 8, Toby's story. Chapter 8. Dorothy and I played outside most days. After that, my favorite game, though, was running down the hallways. Sometimes Mona played with me, sometimes Patsy did. Every now and then, Eddie joined in. It was always sensational. Fran never played, but sometimes she watched. I wish she'd take part. She never smiled very happy, and a good game of chase would probably make things better. But one day, Fran came to find me, where I was having a quick snooze on the couch next to Dorothy. She clipped a leash on my collar and told me to come with her. I heard come, so I hopped off the couch and followed Fran. But she didn't know how to do training right. She did not give me a treat or even any petting or praise for walking by her side. She took me to a room with a desk in it. On the desk was one of those plastic boxes, and Patsy sometimes stared at it. Fran sat down in a chair and waited and waited. I waited too. It was dull. I sniffed along the carpet, but nothing smelled like food. I checked a wastebasket under the desk, but Fran made a disapproving grunt and pushed me away with her foot. I only smelled like paper. Anyway, paper is not much fun to chew. So I was I was very happy when Patsy and Mona walked into the office a short time later. The understood the understood playing the understood playing much better than Fran did, except that they seemed to have forgotten because the three of them just stood there and looked at each other and said words, lots of words. Humans like to do this almost as much as they like to stare at boxes and pictures of them. The dog is not working out, Fran said firmly. Mona gasped. Toby! I looked up hopefully and wagged harder. She said my name. Playing? Soon? Treats? Maybe. But she didn't even look at me. The tears up and down the halls. He tears up and down the halls like this is a racetrack, Fran said. Yesterday I saw him running around the hospice ward. The people there need peace in quiet and comfort, not a steeplechase. Eddie and I grabbed him right away, Mona said. Fran was frowning. That's not the point. Whatever they were talking about, it didn't seem to involve me or a ball to throw. But there was nothing to play with. A dog can always improvise. Fran, where am I? Fran had let my leash drop, and I wandered away from her and jumped up on a small couch in a corner of the room. I think he's calming down a lot, Mona said nervously. And all the residents love him, Patsy added. I see them brighten up when he walks into a room. Did you know that Dorothy goes outside to throw the ball for him nearly every day? I couldn't get her engaged in anything before this. All she wanted was to watch television. She hardly talked to anyone. Now she's going outside daily because of Toby. That hardly makes up for all this disruption. Where's this? Disruption, Fran said. And can you get him off my couch, please? There were two soft cushions on the couch. I grabbed at one and sank my teeth into it deeply. It was just the right size to shake hard. I shook. Stitches ripped. Toby, no! Mona wailed. She tried to grab the cushion from my hand. Excellent. Tug. I love Tug. I jumped down, braced my feet in the carpet, and did my best to resist as Mona tried to drag the cushion from my mouth. I wouldn't let her. I was going to win. But then Mona very unfairly worked her fingers into my mouth to force my jaws open and snatched the pillow away from me. Mona threw the cushion back on the couch, sat down on the floor, and picked me up, holding me on her lap. I could feel that she was worried, but I couldn't see why. We we'd play another game soon. That the point is he's not trainable, Fran said. I gave this every chance, but he's a young beagle and he's got way too much energy. He's not safe. He's going to knock someone or to make them trip. The way he tears through the hallways? No, it's not working. And there's nothing left to try. Take an ad out in the paper, online, whatever. We have to get rid of this dog. Mona gasped. As if something hurt her, she held me tightly to her chest. It was not very comfortable, but I could tell she needed me, so I didn't struggle. I squirmed around so I could lick her chin. Get rid of Toby? She asked. You can't. You just can't. She said my name. I loved Mona. I licked harder. Mona, Patsy said, bring Toby and come with me. Mona and Patsy went back into the little room that smelled like Patsy. Mona sat down on the floor and cuddled me close. We can't just get rid of him, she wailed, and a few tears slipped down her face. They tasted salty. He hasn't done anything wrong. I knew he hasn't, Patsy said. She sounded sad, too. I would go over and lick her face soon. That would help. Fran does have a point, though, Mona. We don't, we thought he was calm, easygoing puppy when we got him, but the truth is he wasn't well. Thank goodness we figured that out and helped him, but now, well, he's a beagle, and beagles love to run. If we could just take him home, Mona said. You know we can't. It's the apartment. No pets. It's the apartment rule. I know, Mona wiped her face, but Fran's not right about the training. Toby's really smart. He picks things up so quickly. Except stay or lie still, Patsy said gently. My ears drooped at the sound of those words. We weren't doing training now, were we? If I just had a little more time, I could teach him, Mona said. Please, Mom. He's such a good dog. I wagged. I like being a good dog. Patsy sighed. I'll do what I can, Mona, but don't get your hopes up. I can drag my feet up a little about putting out an ad, but Fran's the boss here. If she says Toby has to go, there's nothing either you or I can do. The next morning, but when I went to see Dorothy, Patsy and Mona were already there. Of course, I'll try, I heard Dorothy say. Anything for Toby. I raced up to Dorothy, who was sitting in her wheelchair, but we didn't go outside. I watched puzzled as Patsy helped Dorothy move out of her wheelchair to sit on the couch. I looked all over for the little ball. I did not see it anywhere. Mona patted the couch next to Dorothy. Up here, Toby. I jumped up and sniffed at Dorothy's lap. Was the ball there? Toby, sit, Mona told me. I sighed and sat. Oh well, if I must. Down, Mona said. I reluctantly slid on my belly, right next to Dorothy. Training was not anywhere near as fun as chasing the ball. Now lie still, Toby. Lie still, Mona said. She backed up a few steps. It seemed as if she were holding her breath. Dorothy's soft, gentle hand touched my head and stroked all the way down my back. I wagged once, then I hopped up and stuck my whole head under one of the cushions. Maybe the ball was here. Maybe the ball was here. Since Dorothy seemed to have forgotten it, I figured it was my job to remind her. Toby, no, Mona said. I pulled my head out from the cushion, under the cushion, and looked up at her in surprise. No? No? Why was she saying no? She told me to sit and lie down again. Lie down again. I did it. Why did training mean having to do things so many times? Lie still. Toby, Mona told me. I looked up at her, hopefully. Then, when we going to play? Okay, Mona whispered. We won't make him do it for too long. Just a few seconds more. Suddenly, I had an idea. My ears twitched with the excitement. Maybe the little ball was lost. Maybe that was why we weren't playing with it at all. With it, all I had to bring Dorothy was another toy. I leaped off the basket full of toys. I dug through it and found one that I liked a lot. A braided rope with a ring at the end. With that in my teeth, I trotted back to the TV room. Dorothy was still on the couch. Mona was sitting on it too. Looking discouraged, I jumped up and laid the braided rope in Dorothy's lap. I solved the problem. Now we could play. That would definitely cheer up Dorothy and Mona, too. Oh, Toby, Mona groaned. I played lie still with quite a few of my friends. That day, Mona seemed to have forgotten the rules of the game, though, because I never got my treats. I forgave her. I loved her very much. I loved her very much. When she put me in my bed, she left that night. She kissed the top of my head, and I felt so much love from her that my tail beat against my soft blankets. Toby, you have to do better, she whispered to me. You've got to learn this. I loved hearing Mona say my name. I licked her nose. I couldn't wait to play more tomorrow.